On this week's episode, I'll talk about Avatar, Fire and Ash.
And other pop culture news from the week.
It's our first episode of the year. I mean, technically, yeah, it is our first because the last week's episode, we talk about the end of 2025. This one is everything about the first week of 2026. So, first episode of the year, and we're here to talk about. We're gonna talk about Avatar,
Yep.
the Fire and Ash
Yes.
by Nickelodeon. And we're gonna talk about directed by James Cameron with a bunch of blue people. That it's almost like they write them so poorly so they can negotiate their contracts, right? Because you signed Chris Evans for the first Captain America, and then you signed Chris Evans for the new Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he's gonna charge a lot more. He's much bigger.
He's much more valuable now.
And everybody loves him a lot more because
Yeah.
of time, because of content, because of all that. So those people on Avatar, it's like if they don't have all the jobs based on Avatar only, yeah, they're not gonna get raises.
Oh, sure.
Sam Worthington comes to sign for Avatar 4, and it's like, I want more. It's like, no. It's like, I want more. It's like, no, we can find someone else to voice your stupid blue giant. But anyways, so we're gonna talk about Avatar. We're gonna talk about this new Netflix show from the creators of Game of Thrones, and we're gonna talk about our top how many?
Oh, I didn't count.
Our top
Our top few.
top
several.
top few. Our best. What I thought was the best from 2025. What was the worst and what was not so good, and some of the things we expect for the new year. Well, let's start talking about the billion-making saga, Avatar, the next
Freaking fire.
Airbender.
Freaking ash.
Yes, Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Yeah. Which I distinguish between the two avatars with my siblings. There's like Avatar and there's Avatar the dumb one.
Oh.
This is the dumb one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so we finally saw Avatar 3, Avatar Fire and Ash, the sequel to the latest installment on the Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar franchise. And it was not, to be honest, was not a surprise. We went to the movies. I was hoping to be surprised. I was hoping to. He finally did it. That's it. It's so what happened was, and it wasn't a good hope for myself. I was very generous because the critics were saying like, yeah, this is probably not the best one, but it's funny because it's the same people that love the first and love the second. And the first, the second, and the third, they are basically the same movie.
It's the same movie.
Yeah, it's the same movie. And with more animals, with more nature. This one with family.
And more different cultural appropriations from indigenous cultures around the world.
So quick synopsis in case you didn't see the second or the first, because this is basically the same movie. So some Worthington's character, Jake Sully, that joined the tribe, a la Dance with Wolves, Pocahontas, and so many other stories out there. So he joined the tribe, and he and his family, now he has kids. I mean, the second one he had kids. Now he has kids, and he's living with the wilder people. But there's this human kid that lives with them and can breathe. So let's send him back to where he can breathe, to the other humans.
And at this point, there is like a faction of humans who's like separate from the evil humans.
Yeah.
And they're like living. So they've got anyway.
Yeah. So and then it's okay, let's all take him, and then they attacked, and then it goes and on and on and on. So the bad guy from the other movie comes, and the human industrialists, miners, they're bad come, and then there's whales.
Oh yeah, there's whale hunters.
And there's whale hunters, it's just like the second one. Unobtainium doesn't seem to be as important as it was. Now is the whale Juicy Juice. But now something happens, spoiler or not, whatever. Something happens at some point that the kid then needs oxygen mask to breathe all the time, which he didn't in the second movie. So
well, like he needed the mask, but they never needed to change it. It just like magically worked all the time.
Yeah.
But now in this one, it's like constantly
batteries.
going off.
It's like your phone, always dead. So.
But like an iPhone after a software update where suddenly it's eating up all your battery all the time.
Yeah. So he almost dies at some point, and the daughter. This is like the word, the one of the weird subplots of the movie. This kid, that is the daughter of Dr. Grace's avatar,
Sigourney Weaver.
Who died. She was born from the dead body. It's so bizarre. So she was in the second movie, but now she has some different connections with the planet and superpowers. She's like, all the characters are so poorly written that there's like you don't get excited about anyone or anything. But anyways, so she at some point the kid is dying, Spider, the human kid. And she's like, we have to do something. So she connects him. There are USBs from their tails. She connects him to the planet, Pandora, not the music app. So they connect, and the planet kind of reverse terraform him, and now he can breathe from that planet.
Yep.
And that becomes a target
because of mushrooms. That's what it is.
Yes.
Oh, I filled up his lungs with mushrooms that transformed him, and now he can breathe.
Yeah, and that becomes a high value target because all the other humans that live on that planet, they need oxygen, they need apparatus to live.
Yep.
But if there's a way to fix that, it's like, hey, we want that, so everybody's hunting him. So, and then they fight, and then the Na'vi, the blue giant Smurf people, kick the humans' butt, even though the humans have high technology, are always more advanced. But the Na'vi kick their butts with sticks and stones because they cannot touch weapons.
That's right. If you touch steel, it corrupts you.
Yes.
It super corrupts you.
Yeah.
So,
I will kill to protect my family.
Yes, absolutely.
But
I'm all about that.
But not with
But not with a gun.
Yeah, just with sticks.
But with a spear, it's fine. That's totally different.
It's actually forget about the killing aspect of killing. When you kill with sticks and stones, it's actually more inhumane because it causes more pain. Because I'm pretty sure a bullet to the head, it's over.
I mean, we could debate that all day.
But stones to the head, sticks to the parts of the body. Yeah. Anyways, so they fight, and the Na'vi win again, kick the humans' butt. But James Cameron said he's gonna do 2 more. So it got old at the end of the first one. But it did.
It got old at the beginning of the first one because this whole thing relies on like
visuals.
Tropes that have like been done over and over and over again, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. We can like use tropes to tell stories effectively.
Yeah.
But these are just so poorly executed. Now, granted, it is visually stunning. It is spectacular, this world he's created, and he does something really well that Disney somehow still struggles with. This whole like blending, like using digital technology to create these vast like fantasy worlds. He does that really well. So credit where credit is due.
Yeah, but
he made us sit in that freaking theater for 3 hours and 17 minutes with 3D glasses on. The 3D glasses added nothing.
Yeah.
They just made everything look cheaper, honestly. Like, oh my gosh. That. Oh.
And the other thing is he credit, but not really, because everything he does cost is a fortune. How much it costs? Let's see the budget for Avatar 3.
Do they put that on IMDb?
Yeah, it should be cost in box office. Down, you keep going down. Down.
Okay,
yeah, you're gonna see values there. So it's like, sure, I could do the same thing if they give me what, $600 million. Got there yet? No?
Oh, there we go. Budget $400 million.
$400 million? I was like, duh. Give me half of that. A pack of gum, duct tape, and some candles.
Yep.
I'll do it. Some green towels. But anyways.
So far, it's made about $316 million U.S. and Canada. and over 1 billion worldwide.
Yeah.
So I think this is another thing we get to blame on China.
Yeah, that's true. China loves it. It doesn't have some of the things that usually roadblock American movies. Like black people, they don't want it. They don't like it for whatever, for their reasons, their own reasons. And but this one doesn't have anything like that. Absolutely no character is black, and they like this very generic. It's very generic. There's nothing like you come out of the movie and the soundtrack is like, oh my gosh, I
don't remember a single part of that soundtrack.
I want to go to Pandora and join these. No, and even the bad guys, it's like, I don't know if you stop to think. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It's so vague. It's so generic.
I mean, yeah, like the bad guys are bad, but it's nothing. So let's think about this. Like I left the theater. I was like, man, this is so annoying. We have the same good guys fighting the same bad guys. This is basically what happens through Star Wars. We just watched Return of the Jedi with our daughters for the first time. We have the same good guys facing off against the same bad guys. Why does it still, like, why is that, like, emotional and engaging and riveting, and this is boring? And
because when Solo is frozen carbonite, we, in different levels, of course, we all cry with Leia and with Chewie when that happens. When the kid dies on Avatar 2, I was like, wait, is it, he died? Like, which one? Who? What's his name? We don't remember names.
It's so, yeah, it's poorly executed. So, yeah, let me just go down my list of everything that I hate about this movie. Because it's a heck of a list. Yeah. I went off at my siblings about this. Okay.
As you get to the list, let's talk about the good things about Avatar.
Oh, we already did. It's visually stunning.
No, there's some amazing things that we saw in Avatar. And you cannot not talk about it. The first one, it was IMAX put those like longer segments. It's not quite a trailer. It's like a scene. So they put this longer scene from the new Christopher Nolan Odyssey.
Yes. Okay, that I was super pumped.
And that was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
The other thing, it was announced that copies of Avatar would have an Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer. And this copy that we saw had the newest teaser trailer, which is the one with the X-Men. We see Professor, we see Eric Magneto, we see the school, and at the end you see Cyclops. Just like blasting optic blast. And it looks like Disney Marvel will finally utilize properly the X-Men characters from the X-Men franchise. That was so good at some highs. It was so good. It was much better than some of the stuff Marvel put out, especially in the past year. But so yeah, those are the good things about going to see Avatar the movies.
Ready? I just need to get this off my chest. Okay, so first of all, we have most of the cast, not all, but most of the cast are white people, Americans, Englishmen, whatever. But they do these like fake, vaguely tribal accents, but they don't do them consistently.
Wait, who does the tribal accents?
All of them. Well, Sully doesn't. Jake still sounds American.
So all the blue people have
all accents. The blue people have some kind of like...
Okay.
I'm not going to do it because it's frankly offensive. We have the noble savage trope. This has been happening from the beginning. This is the whole like Disney Pocahontas thing. Like, oh, we are the most beautiful, like spiritual people, and we're super in touch with our earth.
This
is a trope that goes back decades.
I don't know a lot about Pocahontas, but it's like the white guy joins the tribe. Is that what happens?
Not quite. So, and we need to distinguish here between the real story of Pocahontas and Disney's Pocahontas.
No, I'm talking about...
This is a ripoff of Disney's Pocahontas.
And Disney Pocahontas, the white guy joins
He falls in love with her, and he like they try to like bridge between the worlds, and it just doesn't work out, and he goes back to England.
Ah, okay. So it's not like Dance with the Wolves that the guy actually joins the tribe and fights for the tribe. Okay.
Okay, in this one, now we have the savage trope. So we have our fire and ash people. That's right. The fire people are super evil. They're very warlike. They're very violent.
They wear color red.
They wear white and red
Team
and black.
Red.
And if you know anything about American history, you'll know that this is blatantly ripping off of Apache, Apache, like, face paint and decor. And the Apache, for a long time, had a reputation as being extremely warlike and violent. Maybe because they were trying to protect their land from people coming and trying to take it. That was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that.
And of course, those tribes, you had the Apaches, and they were not friendly to each other, right? They would fight each other.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, this is ripping off of cowboys and Indians type stories from, like, in the 1950s and 60s when, like, Leonard Nimoy was playing Native Americans on TV because he had aquiline features. Like, it's that level.
You had what? Aquiline?
Aquiline features.
What's
Aquiline
aquiline?
means hawk-like.
Oh, okay.
So the whole idea of, like, Native Americans with, like kind of, like, hawk-like nose and high cheekbones and all that. Like, that's the level of thoughtful indigenous storytelling that we're engaging in here.
Yeah.
Which is to say it's an extremely low level.
Yeah, but if anything, you're talking about tribes. I was talking about on how the tribes they would fight. Not only the white people, but they would fight each other.
Oh, sure,
It's
because they're people, and it's
sure.
It's,
yeah, but my point is
And
this
nations
this idea
interacting.
that you have a tribe that is peaceful and is better than others is just baloney.
Yes, it's called the noble savage trope, and now we have the savage trope. Now we have not one but two colonizers going savage trope, so that's fun. We have to buy Sigourney Weaver, who is a great actress, and I'm a huge fan, but buying her as this, like, weepy teenage girl who cannot maintain the accent for the extent of the film at all. It, like, comes and goes. It's terrible. Like, I don't buy this, like, powerful postmenopausal woman as a teenager. It's ridiculous.
I'm talking about women's biology. There's a pregnant lady that's pregnant for years.
It's so long. This woman's been pregnant forever. And then she, like, goes into labor. I'm like, great, this baby's finally gonna be born. And then she freaking goes into battle. No one made her do that. What woman in labor is going to do that? He had an opportunity to have
James
this, like,
Cameron.
beautiful juxtaposition between, like, the death and destruction to protect their world and then, like, creation and hope for a better future. Like, to have that going side by side. Kind of like in, like, Return of the Jedi, where we have these, like, different levels of battle happening. We totally could have had that going here. It could have been, like, beautiful and profound and thought-provoking. But no. She's, like, having contractions, like, I gotta go into battle because James Cameron wants to empower women.
And it was also a thing, you know. It's like men would go and fight and die and kill. So in that sense, men representing death and women representing life, staying behind and giving life, giving birth.
Yes.
He abandoned that and for no good reason.
It was right there. It was right there, buddy.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't take it. Okay, we have the extremely toxic family dynamics, which I think is part of what kills these tropes that, like, maybe work in other franchises, but that fall so short here. Like Sully and his wife, I can't remember her name.
Nobody can.
Zoe Saldana. Like, they are horrible people. I cannot root for them at all. I'm kind of rooting for their kids, but, like, we won't get into it. They're just terrible people and, like, so toxic. We have villains with plot armor that is so thick and so powerful that they're basically invulnerable. Our new baddie, our, like, savage, Fire and Ash lady, like, multiple times. You could play a drinking game and I think get pretty hammered by the end of the movie with, like, if you take a shot every time she's in somebody's crosshairs.
And they don't do
anything.
Yeah.
And, like, we've already established these are people, like, comfortable with the idea of violence and, like, the fact that, like, we have to protect our homes, our family, our way of life. So, like, this fits within their moral framework. There's no reason. It makes no sense. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. We have our savage who, like, she gets so excited about the guns. And she literally she doesn't call them thunder sticks, but she's like, oh, this thunder. Oh, my.
It's very creative.
Like, it's worse than, like, J.M. Barrie portraying Native Americans in Peter Pan. Like, it's so bad. It's ridiculous. And, okay, I think that's all I got for now.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Maori. And also there's this whole storyline about, like, a banished whale and, like, the reef people trying to, like, reconnect with the whales and stuff. And it's Whale Rider. We have that movie. And, like, the children, like, connecting with the whales and then bringing their parents back into this connection to, like, save the future. And that's Whale Rider. So now it's Pocahontas and Whale Rider. But worse.
What's Whale Rider?
Remember, that's the movie. It's about I can't remember any of their names. It's a film from New Zealand, and it's about the Maori people. And there's this dad with a daughter, and she had a twin brother who died when he was a baby. And he's like, she can't be the chief. And there's this whole thing about, like, inheritance and their future, like, kind of dying. But then all these whales start beaching, and she, like, connects with the whales. And there's this whole, like, spiritual, traditional, historical, tribal thing happening. It was the girl who played Mary in the Nativity Story.
Oh, the it's not the Will Rider, it's Will Whisperer.
No, it's Will Rider.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I think it's the Will Whisperer.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up. But another thing that was good about Avatar.
So it was bad, and I've got receipts. Is what I'm saying.
Other thing good about Avatar was like the 3D trailer for Moana 2 or Moana live action. Even though it's like they shouldn't do it, Will Rider.
Yeah.
Check the name in Portuguese. I think in Portuguese it was.
Okay.
It's like
Keisha Castle Hughes is the girl.
Yeah. If you keep going, there's also known as. And it will show.
Okay.
No.
There's actually a guy, Cliff Curtis.
Who was on Avatar?
Yes, he's in Whale Rider, and he's the chief of the whale people.
Huh. Okay. But it was yeah. So the 3D for even though it wasn't shot for 3D, it was just the trailer was adapted for 3D, and I wonder if they're gonna release in 3D. But anyways, it was a nice little thing. The rest was like the 3D was like subpar. The story mediocre, and it's below mediocre because you go
I couldn't find it.
you go
I'll find it.
it's below mediocre because it's the third time they're doing the same story, and every time it's like the humans have their butts kicked and they don't learn. I was like, what the heck, guys? It's strategy. You guys don't every time. But anyways, it's weak. People seem to love it. I don't know, maybe because
Encantadora.
okay, so that's Enchantress or Whisper. That's why I thought it was Will Whisper. So yeah, Avatar, Fire and Ash. So no, don't go see it. If you have Disney Plus when it comes out and you have insomnia, I took good naps.
He did. He took a lot of naps.
Yeah,
and missed nothing.
And to be honest. It was like micro naps. It's not like I lost like big chunks of the movie. But to be honest, when that happens because I'm tired, is just because I'm tired, is not usually because it's boring. But when that happens, I feel bad, right? I throw a little at the theater. People's like, oh, how dare you?
Yeah, I'll like nudge him.
Yeah. But for this movie, it was like, yeah, whatever.
I did try to wake him up. Most movies I do. It's not great, but like this one, I think what was the last one I didn't. Oh, the first Independence Day sequel.
I still didn't
totally
finish.
Conked out.
Yeah.
Like,
that one I was working overnight, and the movie was no, that one I completely still need to rewatch.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see what I missed, so I might. But anyways, Avatar, Fire and Ash available in theaters everywhere. But you should
3
check.
hours of visually stunning delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, there's all the interesting things to see it. Mm-hmm. As we saw last week. What we saw last week was at the theaters.
Oh, it was Stranger Things and...
it was Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So no, that you can watch at the theater.
No.
But there's some other things that we're still gonna catch up and see. This Housemaid. I really want to see Housemaid.
Yeah, that was interesting.
There's even Five Nights at Freddy's, the sequel. If you saw the first one, you like the first one, and you like the franchise, I think it could be a good night out of the theaters.
Yeah, for sure.
There's David, is doing well and seems to be well made. And next week comes a couple more. Comes Geothermity. What's it called? The one about the wood gets destroyed and Jared Butler saved Marina Baccarin.
Oh yeah, Greenland.
Greenland.
Yeah.
Here comes the sequel. Greenland 2, Migration. You might catch that too. But Avatar, it's long, and it's like there's no reason to be long. I
think if this movie was an hour and a half, I could enjoy it. Because that's the other thing I was wondering. Like, there are so many dumb movies that I super love. Like, the last Jurassic World movie, it was terrible. But it was so fun, and I enjoyed the whole thing. And I think it's because it was only like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
if this was condensed to an hour and a half, I could turn off my brain and sit back and enjoy a cool planet with blue people and beating up bad guys. Why not?
He likes to write this long, nonsensical story that if he had to cut, it would probably be good. So I guess that's why he doesn't cut. I don't know. Anyways, if anything, the second one used the hype of nostalgia from the first one. That is, some people saw the first one on their kids. Now they are young adults or adults. So the second one used that. The second one doesn't benefit from that. So definitely not gonna hit it to a billion. But who knows? Maybe China gonna eat and devour that. But anyways, you be wise.
Yes, we suffered
Don't-
so you don't have to.
Yeah, Avatar: Fire and Ash. It's forgettable. So
Don't
forget
get
it.
it. All right, what was not forgettable was a new Netflix series called Death by Lightning. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, by the creators of Game of Thrones. Short and sweet. I think it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And it's about the rise and fall of James Garfield, president, the 20th president of the United States. It's a historical piece, so it has a lot of historical costumes and sets, and everything is really well done, really beautiful.
It really is. They struck this balance, and I'm not an expert on this, on James Garfield or really this period, but from what little I did like look up, it seemed like they really did a really good job of like maintaining some historicity, but while also like kind of a lot of the dialogue is like much more modern, which I feel like just made it more watchable. So they really did a good job striking this balance between like, you know, being accurate, but also like telling a story in a way that you actually want to watch 6 episodes of.
Right?
Exactly.
Because that's sort of thing
It's a tricky skill.
That's sort of thing that we forget, the language. It's like people nowadays, we don't speak at all as people from 20 years ago, from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Imagine 100 years ago.
Yeah, so this is what, 1880?
Yeah.
This all starts going down?
So Ulysses Grant is the president, and he's gonna try to run for re-election, but apparently the party is not happy, and they put primaries, and James Garfield is there to support someone.
Yep.
And he gives a speech that is so intense and so strong that shakes the pillars of the building and the hearts of everybody. And people say, it's like, you should run.
And he's like, I don't want to run.
Yeah.
Please no. And they're like, no, it's you.
I don't want to run. That was the premise of the first president, right? George Washington said,
That's
no,
right.
I don't want to run.
Yeah.
And on a mirror in the future from what happened in the birth of this republic, this guy said, no, I'm here to help, but no. But anyways, the party eventually embraced him. He runs, and there's some crazy cuckoos, and there's one crazy cuckoo that ends up killing him. That's just a little bit of history. It's not a spoiler, but you should watch because it's really well done. Michael Shannon as James Garfield. Mm-hmm. He's such a good actor.
He really is, because like he is so evil in Man of Steel that like by the end of it, when you see, and this is just great acting and directing, but like in that moment where Superman kills him, like even though that like kind of kills Superman inside too, you're like, that had to happen. That was devastating, but it had to happen. And in this one, you just love him so much. You're like, this is, what a good guy. Oh, like you really feel the tragedy of it.
Oh, such a tragedy.
Acting, amazing.
Because the loss of that guy who was a big reformist. He wanted to change things for good. But yeah, it got ended by a crazy fanatic. Like
also masterfully portrayed by Matthew McFadden.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of my favorite roles that I've seen him in.
Yeah, no,
he's so funny and so interesting. It was great.
It's crazy because we just saw him on that. I can't remember the name. That one about the spies.
Operation Mincemeat.
Yes.
Yes, he's very good there too.
And he's like weird, but he's like very British, very serious.
Yes.
In this one, he's like, it's like, wow, okay.
He's hilarious, and you can never tell. Like, so he plays the assassin, is clearly someone with like some serious mental problems, but the way McFadden plays it, you can never tell to what extent. Like at the beginning, it kind of feels like, okay, he's a con man, but then by the end, you're thinking like maybe he actually believes this. Like, is he really this disconnected from reality? So I feel like that's very masterfully done.
Yeah.
a combination of good writing and good acting.
Yeah, which is a very interesting portrayal of what happened, because what nowadays some people might be diagnosed with, I don't know, depression or bipolar or schizophrenia or a series of mental disease that throughout the years we study. Back then, we didn't have the science and the support to study and to diagnose all that. So to portray this guy as you don't know if he's a con man or if he has mental problems and he believes on all the crap he does. I think it was pretty on point to the time, because nowadays you have more details, you have more science and knowledge to analyze the whole thing. But it's a really good show, short and sweet. It is a tragedy, so be warned that it's not a happy ending.
It's not. Nick Offerman plays the vice president, Chester Arthur, who has this whole like growth thing from like scummy politician to like I will rise to fill his shoes. It's great.
Yeah.
Betty Gilpin, almost unrecognizable as his wife, James Garfield's wife, and everybody I think just did great performances.
Yeah.
There is like a weird amount of like graphic, gross sex stuff for a 19th century setting. So just be forewarned.
Okay.
But there are some great performances, great like exposition of late 19th century politics.
Yes. What has all that sex?
Like you don't necessarily see people, but there's a lot of like sex toys. There's like whole scenes that happen in like this weird, like brothel type thing
room
with like big posters. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
The big dick room. It's the name of the owner. No, it's a big. Anyways. Yeah. But it's a good show if you're an adult, and you want to history and you want to know a little bit more about the history of this nation and some good people involved.
Yep.
But also some bad people. But yeah, Death by Lightning available on Netflix. All the episodes are there. You should check.
Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, let's look at the box office real quick. Well, really just Stranger Things. The Stranger Things finale. They made they made $25 million in the theaters.
And $35 million on the streaming.
Yeah,
that's when we last checked. It probably grew.
Yeah, they had 31.5 million views, which makes it the 9th most watched Netflix series ever.
9th?
Yep.
Jeez.
I was surprised by that.
Dude, that behind.
Yeah, I feel like they should have been a little higher.
Yeah, there's some shows that not even that good, but they hit like go high. And they have like all the aspects of the show. They will bring different audiences because Stranger Things is kind of niche, It's like the nerdy sci-fi, 80s. You put all those groups together, but there's some people that's like, I'm not gonna watch like a monster show or a sci-fi show. There's some other shows that like rise to the top because we need to watch this show. Like the adolescence show, I don't think it was as great as some people say, but like there was a lot of people watching because it was all over the news, and it's a theme that it is approachable to some realities, if not the European here, but anywhere that there's adolescence and there's violence. But anyways,
right.
But
is there more? No.
There's this thing going on. What's going on? It kind of dissipate after the crash.
Yeah.
Netflix for an episode that never came. This thing being called
Conformity Gate.
Conformity Gate, which the believers preach that the ending is all false. There is an illusion created by Vecna, and there will become a secret episode with the real ending. Which, from the marketing aspect, I think is like, that would be so cool. But nobody in this planet, besides the guy that came up with this theory, has the balls to ever post something like that on an audience. That would be spectacular.
It would.
And people went on January 5th?
I think it was January 6th.
January 6th.
One of those January days.
And they crashed. Everybody waiting for that. They crashed, but the episode never came.
It never came. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But marketers and filmmakers take note.
Yeah.
These are showrunners, I guess.
But that's the kind of balls that George Lucas in 1970 79 with The Empire Strikes Back. He ends the movie on a cliffhanger.
Oh, a devastating one.
Yeah, and nobody does that anymore. It's like some movies that's like, oh man, this is not gonna end. It's gonna continue on the next movie, and then 5 minutes later they solve the whole thing and the movie ends. It's like, oh man, you guys are like chickens. You guys are cowards because if you build it, they will come. We would go. But anyways, so yeah.
Oh well.
Let's talk about the top.
Yeah.
5. The top things from last year.
Okay.
So is movies and shows or is mixed?
I mixed. Yeah.
Okay. Where are you gonna start? From the bottom, from the top? How you organize that?
Well, I didn't really organize it. Should we start with the bottom and end on a good note?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the worst movies of the year were Kraven, Section 31, and maybe Superman. I feel like a lot of people were able to enjoy Superman.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's good.
It's true, but like at least there was enjoyability. Kraven and Section 31, like they weren't even enjoyable. They were just bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like oh well, if I wasn't a fan or like if I felt differently, these were just terrible movies.
Yeah. Kraven was like let down. Is an interesting character. It could have the movie for his own. An origin, so he would clash with Spider-Man and end as he ended in the books on a tragic, dark, one of the most dark comic book stories ever. And then Section 31 was kind of so dumb. It was like so bad. There was a movie. And Michelle, you just won an Oscar, and she's involved in this movie, and then okay. And Section 31 is like a cool concept from Star Trek.
It should have been. They had everything working for them.
Yeah. And then they screw up everything, and it feels like it was something in between an actual movie. I mean, they wanted to be something like an actual movie or a backdoor pilot for a new show. And it fails in both instances. It's not good as a movie. It's not good as a pilot, and ends. And yeah, let never see that again.
I'll be fine with that.
It became a streaming version of a TV movie, because streaming releases some really good movies. But
they really do.
TV movie, as you have a concept from before, some like really bad. So this is a streaming version of TV movie, and the other one Superman. And Superman was wrong for so many reasons.
It was, but I feel like there is like a group of people who had a lot of fun with it. So I feel like that might be me being picky. Like I'm kind of tired of James Gunn, and I do not appreciate his take on the character at all.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to accept a little bit of nuance there.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I still think there's people that like to eat poop, and then that doesn't mean poop is good. So yeah,
sure.
Just saying. But anyways, where are we going next?
Well, probably the biggest disappointment, like something I thought would be very good, but ended up terrible. For me, that was Interior Chinatown.
Yes.
It started amazing, and then it just kind of like...
And conceptually, it had a lot of potential.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't deliver.
I just couldn't pull it together. Yeah. What about you? Do you have any other, like, different bottoms or disappointments?
Oh, geez. Off the gate. I can't remember.
We don't have to think too hard about being disappointed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the type of thing that, I mean, contrary to the popular belief that say the trauma stays with you, I tried to like, no.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Honestly, I kind of forgot about these. I was going through the list. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh well. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff. A couple things that were pleasant surprises for me, like things I thought were going to be terrible were actually super delightful, was The Paper, the Office reboot from NBC. I thought it was going to be terrible. Like, no way could that be good. It was so sweet and lovely and funny.
It was good.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Chad Powers, I thought would be.
I mean, for me, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't a surprise in the sense that I mean, it could go bad. It could go really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it would be between okay and mediocre. Considering the huge success of The Office, and considering that nowadays they will not make the forbidden to make some jokes that Michael Scott would do, or anything, or anybody else in the show would do. So they've been restrained. Creators and comedians being restrained by a lot of things. So they had a lot of things concerning this show that I think it would be okay. It was better than okay. So I
Yeah.
liked it, but it wasn't. I wasn't expecting like crash and burn from the beginning.
Chad Powers. On paper, this should be a dumb show. You tell me that an Eli Manning ESPN prank is getting turned into a streaming comedy. Dumb.
But
Just
they had
dumb and stupid, and
but it
like
had a
brain cells
lot.
dying.
But it had a lot to help the show. It comes on the back of Ted Lasso, which was same premise. It was a show based on a segment from
Sure.
a sports channel.
Sure. I'll give you that. I still think there's a lot of potential for this to be terrible. And instead, not only is it extremely funny, it's actually got like all this like heart and depth. Like I was laughing. I literally cried. Why is Chad freaking Powers making me cry? I was quite pleasantly surprised. That show is a delight. It has no business being as good as it is. Okay, what are some of your tops? Your favorite?
My tops. Well, we had the Mission Impossible. That was
yeah.
over the top. It was like, yeah, it was the end. But it's like, no, you can't do that to us, Ethan. Come back. There's some other great action movies. Tron, Ares. I'm kidding. No, that was bad. But there was I like the even though Stephen King got us with a bitter flavor in our mouth, so some of the crap he was saying. But I did like the remake of Running Man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was fun.
His other one this year, Life of Chuck, I thought was very good.
Yes, that's
It was
right.
very
that's
good
right.
as a film, very good as an adaptation,
Yeah.
and just like a really interesting, compelling story.
Mm-hmm.
And one of Mark Hamill's best performances.
Yeah. On the comic book side, the Marvel movies were just
Yeah.
The DC movie was
But from Marvel was a step up from terrible. So I did enjoy that this year.
That's true. Yeah.
They can do better,
But what else you have in the tops? Because I saw the list and there's some really good stuff there.
Oh, there really was. 2025 was an amazing year for like classic monsters. We started with Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, which had a couple issues with, but overall I thought was a great monster movie. And we finished with Frankenstein, which again, maybe a couple issues, but spectacular. So beautiful. So good. I loved it. So that was something that stood out to me. The Ballad of Wallace Island. This was like a small like indie film that then got like remade into something a little bigger, but was so like sweet and lovely and very good. One that I would recommend to anybody.
Really funny, yeah.
Yeah, very funny, very wholesome, and I feel like we need a lot of that. Last Breath was
that was good.
it was phenomenal. So well executed. It's a pretty simple story, but the execution
Real story.
of it, yes, real story. Like I did not feel like I breathed the entire course of the movie. I was like almost literally on the edge of my seat. I was so tense. It was so well made.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend that one.
Great story. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to spoil, but it was really good.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. K-pop Demon Hunters maybe isn't like the greatest thing that's ever happened, but it was. I feel like it represents just this great moment where like everybody was on the same team, just some like good positivity, and I feel like it really was worth the hype. It's a great movie. They did it. It's so well executed on so many different levels, and it was a nice thing that everybody could get behind, which doesn't happen as often as it should. So I like that. And then Pluribus has really stood out as a phenomenal series. Yeah. I mean, it's Vince Gilligan, but yeah. So those are my highlights.
Yeah. No, some really good stuff there. Yeah, and 2026 is just starting. There's a lot to come.
Oh yeah.
I just read somewhere that there's an Enola Holmes 3.
Yes.
I guess they're adapting all the books.
It is a pretty big series.
Yeah.
Oh, I should get our 9-year-old is right.
And there's Avengers is coming, and there's Spider-Man, and there's Odyssey, and there's Supergirl, more like a Superboy and drag. Anyways, and there's already like reports that people don't like it, it might flop. But he's pushing it that so hard, and that's why he's pushing the new Superman that's coming after, to see if he pumps interest on his Supergirl, to keep that faint of a concept he has alive. But again, there's like so much going on still with Paramount and Netflix and Warner that I don't know if my like optimistics. I saw a meme yesterday. Someone is a hand throwing James Gunn in the trash, and saying Snyder fans, be patient. It's like, okay.
Who posted that?
Some community, not
okay.
anybody, but it's like there's always insiders that throw some things there.
Sure.
So.
Well, while we're on that, do you want to update us on the whole Warner Brothers, Discovery, Paramount, Netflix
So
kerfuffle that continues?
Warner Brothers refused the latest bid for Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah.
By Paramount's guidance, the Allison family, but the people at Warner Brothers, they're divided, saying there's like, oh, that's not enough. It's like, what are you talking about? One is 80 billion, the other one is 100 billion. Do you think that the one that has more is not enough?
Yeah.
But they say, oh, this risk. It's like, so you think the 80 billion doesn't have risk? It's like oh, it's like the financial wise, because these bids, the Paramount, even though Paramount is doing a cash offer, it's like full cash, full money. They don't have that money. It's financed through banks. Everybody finances. That's how the world goes. So Netflix also finances, but for some reason they say, oh, it's not safe. It's like, anyways, but there's like people at Paramount is like, no, we're still analyzing. We're still it might be okay. It might work, And the Department of Justice now is analyzing the offer because it is this whole mess. So they didn't give up. They didn't amp up the offer like some people were expecting. They sticking to $30 a share, but yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
Either way, nobody owns Warner Brothers yet.
The process continues. To be patient, I guess, and we'll keep you posted. Real quick look at some big items in the news. Maduro was captured.
Yeah.
Which unless you've been living under a rock.
The dictator of Venezuela, on the first days of the year, got arrested by American forces, was sent to New York to be processed, and he already went through some sort of court procedure where he said, I'm innocent, I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
But Venezuelans around the world celebrate, which it could be a beginning of a good thing there, because he and his predecessor has been destroying the country for the sake of communism, which they claim is for the people, but in the end is for their own pockets.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes. What's this about New York Times and Washington Post?
Oh yeah, about the arresting Maduro, the whole plan, the whole mission was super effective. They got in and they got out. It was fast. It was well done. I put that there because we always talk about some of these companies doing crap and doing wrong things and telling lies. In this case, they stick to the program. They did a good thing. The Washington Post and the New York Times knew about the operation prior to the operation, but they keep it quiet for the safety of our troops, for the safety of the mission. So even a broken clock is wrong twice a day. So kudos to the New York Times and to the Washington Post. They help protect American forces on this very important mission.
Another thing that some of these guys keep track of is pizza orders around in the restaurants around the Pentagon.
I saw that.
So you never know exactly what it is, but right before these big operations, there was something to be a spike in pizza deliveries. As people started working around the clock, like something's happening.
What's the name of the Papa John's was like, Mamma Mia!
So Papa John's and Domino's.
Something happening
like,
in the Pentagon.
Buckle up, buttercups.
Yes.
Something's going down.
Okay, let's go to more news. We're running out of time.
We are.
I
had so much to say today.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim Walz has dropped his re-election bid.
Yeah, on the aftermath of the exposing by one Nick Shirley about the frauds all over Minnesota and tons of millions being spent on this scheme that some Somali have there, and all under Tim Walz's watch. Yeah. And he said he's out because it's a tough one to overcome. So yeah, so he's out on the bluest state of the nation. It's so blue that in when Ronald Reagan ran, every single state he won every single state, but Minnesota.
Well, it's partly because Mondale was from Minnesota.
Okay, I guess that helps.
So there was that as well. But yeah.
But they remain blue because anyways. So either way, so there's this whole thing. So Tim Walz is out, and
he's Klobuchar, a favorite, to take his place.
Yeah, and his career is probably over.
Yep. Oh no. Nick Reiner's lawyer, Alan Jackson, has noped right out of there. Turning the case over to a public defender.
Sending all sorts of... He got out but said, my client is innocent. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said, this is very lawyerese. He says, pursuant to the law in California, Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. So it sounds like there's some kind of technicality.
Also, the family said something right away.
Yeah.
That what they say?
They support his exit and trust in the legal process.
Trust in the legal process, but I mean, trust in the legal process for this guy to be acquitted or to be condemned. What's the word?
Convicted.
Convicted.
Either way, it's just got to be so devastating.
But yeah, there's like rumors that he got out because the family's not paying, and again, it's like one sibling is like, you killed my mom, I'm not gonna pay. But again, there's
what's so devastating about this? You lose your parents and your sibling. Like that's horrible.
But yeah, more update to come. The whole thing is being pushed to February because of the exit of the lawyer.
Okay, Critics' Choice Awards happened, and I feel like they went to some very deserving people.
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi won for supporting actor in Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's good. Nothing to say.
Yeah, Rhea Seehorn and Noah Wyle won Best Drama Acting.
Yeah, Rhea for Pluribus, Noah from The Pit.
Yep. Paul Thomas Anderson
won. And The Pit won the big prize of the night for TV shows.
Wow, we need to check that out. Paul Thomas Anderson won Best Director for One Battle After Another.
Who also won Best Picture, which I don't have a lot of interest in. Is pro-communist.
I didn't hear any good things about it.
Radicalized communist propaganda is basically telling like the left there's okay to go and kill people, and we've already seen people die because of that. But it says like in some ways the story is we didn't see yet. We might see it, but it won, and most likely will win the Oscars. It fits their agenda like to the point.
Jessie Buckley got Best Actress for Hamnet. Seth Rogen and Jean Smart won the Best Comedy Acting.
Seth Rogen for the Studio.
So funny.
Who also won Best Comedy of the Year. And Jean Smart for Hacks.
Oh, that's right. And then Timothée Chalamet won Best Actor for Marty Supreme.
Another one that is out there. You don't have to see Avatar. You can go see that one. We didn't see it. I'm not recommending. But there's another option.
But it's not Avatar, so that's great.
That's already a big advantage.
The Television Academy's created a new Legacy Award.
Which is kind of dumb. It feels like a woke social justice thing because they said it's like for movies that make an impact in people's lives and change people, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, a good movie does that.
Is that not the Best Picture?
Yes. You already have a award for that. It's Best Picture, Best Music, because those the impact. Yeah, but they come up with it. I guess in Hollywood, everybody it's sort of like the whole everybody gets a prize type of thing.
Sure. WWE, their library is headed to Netflix.
Yes.
So while we wait for this Warner Brothers thing, they're still...
Yeah, WrestleMania and all the cool stuff going to Sarando's network.
Good stuff. The Milan Cortina 2026 Olympic Games, they've sold out all their ads on NBC.
Yeah. It's the money machine of the International Olympic Committee, and it's still running fine, it seems.
Okay, rapid fire here. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting has voted to dissolve.
After the administration's fund cuts.
Yep.
Which I don't get it. What is the Corporation of Public Broadcasting?
It feels like a lot of bureaucracy to just like move this money around, so... I don't know. I love PBS. In the past, I have really enjoyed NPR.
But that's not PBS. That manages PBS.
No, PBS is funded by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And viewers like you.
Okay, no, absolutely not like me. Unless they take it from my taxes. Not anymore.
And the same
But
thing with NPR, also
okay.
funded by the Corporation for
So
Public
so
Broadcasting.
PBS that still in NPR they still can find
Oh yeah, they still
private.
exist.
They will
They just
still,
have to get the money from somewhere else,
yeah.
which
They could sell
I've
it.
really come around to.
I heard the Allisons is buying.
Oh, there you go.
They might spare, I don't know, $500 million there. That would be too much. But anyways, they
Yeah,
have good content in a good hands.
they really
They
do.
could do some great stuff.
Yeah, and I feel
But
like
let's see if they sell it and let's see if people. No, I mean if they sell it, I'm pretty sure people will buy it.
without tax
Someone
money, I
will
feel
buy
like this
it.
is gonna force them to like hopefully do some better stuff.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see. Housemaid 2.
Housemaid 2, a sequel for Housemaid, is already announced and is already start
Oh,
filming in February.
dang. Excuse me.
Sydney said to come back. So us a Feig.
Okay.
What's his name? Feig? Peter Feig? Chris Feig?
I don't know.
Yeah, the director.
Sebastian Stan looks
But
like.
again,
Oh,
there's a
we have no
concern.
time.
There's a concern there because Feig, this Feig, is like he did talking about sequels. He did a very interesting movie called One Simple Favor with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. That was decent. It was
good.
interesting. The sequel was horrendous. It was bad. So making a sequel for Housemaid, I don't know.
No.
If you stick to the book, I heard the book is it's very very interesting. It's very people like it.
Okay. Sebastian Stan looks like he's gonna join the Batman Part 2, probably as Harvey Dent.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Okay, I'm not mad. Disney's announced their stars for the live action Tangled, and I'm actually quite delighted about this. We have Milo Manheim taking the role of Flynn Rider.
Yeah, once a zombie, and then what else he did?
We saw him in that
No,
platonic.
yeah, no.
Anyway,
So once
the
a zombie,
zombie.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then Tegan Croft has the titular, well, not titular, but Rapunzel. She'll be Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Okay, and Michael Grace.
She was on Titans, DC Universe streaming service original show. That's probably on HBO now. She was Raven.
Yep. Okay, Disney Plus is going to start releasing some vertical content, as in like content you can watch with your phone like this and not like this. So it's a stream, like it's just like short bits and clips that can be watched vertically, which feels like we already have that. So why?
Yeah, which if he's kind of just like your friends like this is like done, but I guess some people has
like,
to be like
we
this.
already have Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
okay.
But either way, I feel like it's like yeah, you can flip it. That's the whole technology. But anyways.
You could. Johnny Knoxville's confirmed a new Jackass movie.
Yeah.
Yay. And a new Scooby-Doo anime is coming in 2027.
Yeah, after the failure of Mindy Kaling, Scooby-Doo reimagine reboot on HBO Max was canceled after 2 seasons. Now they're gonna try anime,
Which could be fun. I don't know. I'm open. We'll see. And last but not least, Fujifilm is launching a new camera at the end of the month. It's part of their Instax line. It's designed to look kind of like a Super 8 camera. It lets you take short video clips, lets you print from your smartphone, as well as take pictures. But it also has what's called an Eras dial that lets you select different filters based on
Eras.
decades. It's
You
called
take
Eras
pictures
dial.
like you would change into Taylor Swift.
She really did take over that whole concept, didn't she? Anyway, you get to like select different decades that will apply different filters and sound effects to the photos and video that you take to reference photo technology from those decades. It's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, all in your pocket, capitalizing on this return to this kind of tech that
Yeah.
young kids are going back to cameras. When your phone is a camera, and some phones are potent cameras, but I guess Fuji is doing that. Fuji from Japan.
Yep.
And Japan has their own trends, so maybe the whole kids doing cameras is very big there. I don't know. I haven't been there for a while.
I'm not a kid.
Meaning
so.
never. But anyways, maybe one day. But for today, that's it. Our first official episode of the year. We come back next week with more pop culture news, entertainment. There's some cool stuff coming. Beast Games is coming for season 2.
Oh yeah.
There's this new Good Cop Bad Cop on Netflix. There's what was I saw? There's coming. There's this new great Star Trek property that will make us hate.
I was so excited about this with the latest marketing for Starfleet Academy. It looks so bad.
Yeah. But we're gonna check that. We might have to go back to Discovery before because it's a follow up with that. But anyways, that's it. We come back next week with more pop culture news, entertainment. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.
On this week's episode, we talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No. Oh my gosh.
Avatar: Fire Nation.